Hello, you lovely people, and welcome to Starbirds, an awesome little resource management, extraction, base building, discovery, exploration style game. It does quite a lot. It's got a bit of an RTS feel to it, but there's no real, there's no strategy per se. It's more of just like resource extraction and things. It's really good fun. It's by the YouTube channel kurzgesagt. I think I've said that right. Kurzgesagt. Kurzgesagt. That's it. Yeah. I will only be saying that one time if I've done it right. I'm sorry if I've not. But anyway, if you're not familiar with their YouTube channel, I'll link it down below. Not that they need it. They're very large. Um, they do like informational videos on like scientific topics. So they do things like what would happen if all of the world's nukes got set off in the atmosphere, or that sort of thing. They do a whole bunch of things. They do what ifs, like hypothetical situations, that sort of thing. They do a lot of cool stuff. I really like their videos, and they do it with these cartoony little characters, which I feel really help the narrative because they can, really convey a lot of stuff, and they're really fun. And yeah, it's just cool. It's just cool. Also, I like how it pans around this view a little bit when I move my mouse. Anyway, so I've played this a little bit, but we're going to start afresh. I'm going to go into level selection, and we're going to go for hatched. And yeah, we'll just hit start new. Right. So basically, they're going to take us through like all of the intro-y bits. So we're into our first level. It's in the system Sublena. And basically, we need to get landing on this asteroid. Oh, I'm going to skip. Okay, right. So we accept the quest from the captain, and then we enter the asteroid. And, right. Okay, so I need to zoom in and out. It wants me to do all these bits. Just give me a second. Right. So once we land, we can have a look around for resources. So that appears to be aluminium, but what we're looking for is iron. Iron. So let's get an extractor in, and then we run these little pipes. So, wait, run them there. Okay, that one's not the best. Hold on. There we go. That looks a bit better. It's slightly better. Anyway, and then we just wait for the resources to extract. So we just have to wait for that to fill up the rocket, and it sends the rocket away. So we'll just give that a second, and that will get it done for us. I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. Okay, so we've completed that quest, and we get some credits. We get 200 credits for doing that, which is great. Now, a single launch pad can't keep up with more than 4 extractors. I only have 2, but we're just going to pop another one in so that we can then get what we want from here. So we're going to get the aluminium from there. So he wants us to get 4 and 4. We've already got 4 of the iron, so just 4 aluminium. So we'll get that going. Right, so we've completed that quest. We can now get the money for that. We can accept the quest to get iron. And then this is going to upgrade our space station, but it's also going to give us 200 more credits, which is sick. Also, just like look at the art style of this. The little rockets launching into space and the little extractors with their screws. They're so cool. And everything just kind of like rumbles and shakes. It's so fun. Okay, right, we've upgraded living quarters, and now we need titanium and water. But that's not on this asteroid. Well, you know what that means. We then have to get these from another asteroid. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the map, and we're going to discover this asteroid. Dun, dun, dun. So our little satellite's going to go around, scan it, and then we'll get to go down and get what we need. So we're going to get the water and everything else, and the what was it, water and something else, I've forgotten already. Water and titanium, that's it. Right, but the problem is that I know we've actually got plenty. I was going to say we don't have enough resources. We do. So we're going to pop these down. Ah, there we go. Oh, pin feathers. We're out of credits. Well, that's okay, because we can put a little rover down. And this little guy, Ensign Yoke, very cute. It's not a simulation anymore. That's what the captain's telling him. And I have to drag him, get his pathing, and drag him through these gems. And these gems will give us some sweet, sweet cashola. Some wonga. Some reddies, if you will. Yeah, those are just different words to say money, if you're wondering. Yeah, pretty sure most of them are from somewhere in the south of the UK, in England. We would just say quid or cash. Great British pounds. I don't know. Right, or dosh. No, I don't know if anyone up here actually says dosh. Sorry, I'm going off on a little tangent here. I'm just picking up loads of little gems. Okay. What else do I need? What am I extracting? I'm extracting titanium, so I need water. Water! I'm going to move my little rover. Take him through that, and then, yeah, move that, and then we can pop another line in there, and then that should get us to our goal pretty quick. Yeah, we've got water coming up now. So it does, like, take a little minute for it to fill it up, and I've got both going in, so, I mean, it's kind of splitting between. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We're launching rockets pretty quick now, like, almost constantly. Right, almost done. We need oxygen. So, to get oxygen, we're going to need something else. I believe it is a refiner. There you go. And we're going to unlock the refiner. We have to wait for that. So they need water for that. So we're just going to wait. What I will actually do is get ready for the refiner going in. So we're going to get water. And then as soon as the refiner's ready, you'll see why I've put that extractor in. Wait for it. Okay, so we get to claim the refiner. And then we can pop the refiner down. We put that in. And then we pop the outlet into there. So this puts water in. It'll, through the power of electrolysis, which if you remember from maybe high school chemistry, electrolysis is when you apply an electrical current to water, and it separates the hydrogen and the oxygen atoms and gives us more oxygen. There we go. There's a quick little bit. I'm no kurzgesagt. God, I'm butchering that. I'm sorry. So the captain's pretty happy with us. I don't know if we are the captain, but anyway, let's get some cashola from that. Okay, we're just gonna skip through all of this. This is them just talking about stuff. I don't know how you get a higher score. I really don't. I think possibly you have to like put more stuff down. But we're just gonna move on. We're into sector 2 of Sublina. God, I can't talk today. Right, they've picked up something extraordinarily dense. So we're just gonna rush in. We're not gonna take any care at all. We're gonna enter down here. We're gonna have a little peek. And our extremely dense thing is basically right here. So let's pop down. That rock has to be a culprit. What is it? Right, we're just gonna... Right, so we need the research hub. But, oh no, we can't afford it. We don't have enough tech points. So what we're going to do is we're going to accept this quest to get tech points. And what they want is water to do that. And so we're going to pop down a couple of extractors. Pop them there. Now, I don't think... I can't move extractors once they're down. So once they're down, they're down. I think maybe I can destroy them. Yeah, you can recall. But that's fine. Now, we're also just going to pop down our little rover. Ensign Yoke is going to go for a little bit of a wander. Oh, quite a bit of a wander going by my pathing there. Whoopsie. And right, so we need the water to get us our lab, and that will give us more tech points, which is fun. Okay, so we've completed that quest, which then gives us the lab, which gives us a one-off of these tech points, but also it gives us the ability to get more tech points. Now, right now, they're both the same, but these will change as we expand it, so we're just going to get that so we can get some more tech points, and we're going to need the lab. Right. And so... loads of quests, how do we let them know, blah blah blah. So basically what this is telling us is that if you want to rearrange the priority, so I could do that, and it would mean that the lab would be the one that would get the water rather than the lab being the one that gets the water. This version of the lab which gives me tech points, this version of the lab which it gets the excavation hub unlocked, which we've now claimed. Now we need more. What do we need more of? We need more tech points, so we're waiting on that. We also need some more cashola, so we're going to get our little rover, and we're going to shoop around here, and I'm just going to do this a few times, so just give me a minute. There we go. Right, so we've got our excavation hub. We're going to pop that on top of the asteroid, and we're going to find out what's inside. Right, so now we're going to need some bits and pieces to get us started with this excavation, and we're going to accept the quest, and what they need is gold and oxygen, so we're going to need to get some gold extraction going to begin with. So let's get a couple of extractors down. I think would be a good idea, and that'll get that going nice and quickly. Now, as we've discussed before, we need a refiner to then take some water and turn that into oxygen through electrolysis. Sorry, it takes me a bit to say these words. I don't know why, but it does. Now, now. We've got that going now. Now. We've got that going there. So we've now got some oxygen going in. We've got a decent amount of gold going in. Now, realistically, I could put down 2 refiners that would refine the water into oxygen. But we're not going to do that. Right, I'm going to take on this lab quest as well, which is going to send water up to the station and give us some more credits, because I would like some credits. I like how they've got an egg on their credits as well. Actually cute. Right, so now they want to tickle the object with a little uranium. But the problem is there's no uranium on this asteroid. And this, I really like this. This like comes in for the resource management quite a bit. So what we can do, oh, hold on, I need to jump back in. I'm skipping steps. So what we need to do now is we research the landing pad. So we'll wait for that to research. We're going to need to actually be sending up some gold. So probably, yeah, I think we're going to get a couple of extractors in here. We're going to pop that there. Oh, I've kind of made a bit of a boo-boo here by placing that the way I have, but that's fine, I guess. That's good, is it? There, right, and then we can pop that in there. Right, so now this is sending up water and gold. Let's get our little ensign yoke, get some more credits. So now that's going to send up the gold to the station. I'm going to just, hold on, I can't actually. Yeah, let's just recall that. Because we were told previously that one of these pads can't hold more than 4 extractors, so it would be pointless. Let's get some more credits going. Okay, we're up to 9 out of 12 gold. So we'll just wait on that. Right, that's us got the gold that we need. So we've got the landing pad. Now the landing pad just needs to go in one of these craters. And essentially what's going to happen is this landing pad, we're going to be able to get uranium from another asteroid. We can send it here. I'm just going to put the pipe ready so that once this starts receiving the uranium, we can just instantly start popping it over to the extraction hub. And that will give us what we need to tickle that rock with uranium. Right, we just need to discover this asteroid. Little zoop. It's so cute. And then we can enter this asteroid. So let's go. Now, let's plop down on here. I think this one, if I remember correctly, maybe not. Oh, just ignore me. This one doesn't anything. Now, let's pop that there. And let's pop that there. Now, I've just noticed that because I recalled this, hold on, I'll show you again. Because I recalled this, so I've popped that down, that's cost me money. But if I recall it, I've now got one in the bank, so it's only going to cost me, I don't know if it's actually going to cost me 50, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, right, delivering uranium to our station by default. We don't want them to deliver to the station by default, so what we want to do is pop that over there. So our uranium is now going to pop itself directly over to this asteroid, which is pretty nifty. Now let's get our little zoop. Little ensign yoke going around collecting more of that stuff. So there you go, the rockets are coming in. We can watch one of them come in at some point. There you go, right, rocket, and just straight into the core of this asteroid, which is pretty cool. Now, that's going to go straight into there. We're going to get cash as well, supply. Yeah, let's go for the lab and get the tech points. So we're just going to wait on our uranium coming in, so just give us a minute here. Right, we've completed that quest. We're almost there. Pretty sure this is the last thing we need to break the strange object loose. So we're going to need some quartz. And this is going to take us through. We can actually open up this quest from Ruth and we can see what the wiki is on quartz. And it says that we need a chemical lab. So if we look at researching the chemical lab, that opens up another quest which says we need water, which we've got being sent to the station, but we also need silicon, which we don't have being sent to the station. So we're going to have a little peek around for that. And it looks like silicon is on this one. We don't have enough tech points for that though. We now have enough tech points for that conveniently timed quest just finishing over here, which is pretty cool. Right, let's go for more tech points because tech points are really handy. We're going to discover this. So this is pretty good and it's just going to pop us down now. Right. So what we want is, I'm just going to take a random guess here about where I want to plop down. I'm just going to go there. Now this is the asteroid I like because this one has these gems which actually give us some tech points as well from their little gems. So I'm just going to send ensign yoke going around there. And now we want to get ourselves some silicon. So the silicon is going to go bloop there and bloop around there. There we go. Awesome. So now, because we've got the lab, we can actually get these quests. And what these do is, so you do, all of them do a +1 station, like station level. But also what they can do is give us credits. They all give us credits as well at the moment, but sometimes they'll give us their tech points. This one wants uranium, this one wants copper, and these ones want oxygen and water. I think we'll go for the park because that gives us oxygen and water. It needs oxygen and water, sorry. So, and we've already got that going up, so that's fine. Now, we've also unlocked the chemical lab, so that's pretty nifty. And Stella is properly happy because they've always wanted a chemical lab. So that's just, I'm just so glad I can make these dreams come true. Now, I'm going to put the chemical lab quite close to our extraction hub. Now, it wants water and silicon for that to work. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the map. We're going to go to where we've got the silicon. And we're going to... because that's silicon there. We are going to, first of all, get our rover down and get some more cash, because we need that cash. Right, I've just about scraped the funds together to get another silicon launch pad. Well, 2 extractors hooked up to a launch pad, doing more silicon. And the reason I've done that is because we're sending some silicon to the station. I also want to be sending silicon here, but I think I want a separate launch pad for that. Landing pad, sorry. I want a separate landing pad for that. And so, where's our nearest? We could do probably... There seems fine. I put that kind of far away, but that's fine. So now that I've got a landing pad there, I'm going to take one of these silicons and I'm going to put it over there. So now, that's going to send rockets flying over and into this one here. Now, it's not hooked up to anything at the moment, but if I pop that in there... And then I also want to get some water. Water. Where is the nearest water? Okay, it's kind of there. Hold on. I'm going to shoot around there. And the reason that I've done that is so that I can then pop this into there. There we go. So now we've got water also going into the chemical lab. And then the chemical lab wants to have its output to here so that it's going into that. So now we just need to wait for that to happen. So this is producing quartz and it's going to send that quartz down this little pipe and it's going to put it into here, which is going to help us finish this quest. We need 8, so that's going to take a little minute. So we just have to wait for that. Okay, that's that quest completed. So now we've got the quartz and now we can get this thing out. I'm just gonna... There we go, right. And then we've got a little cutscene. So this is the type of animation that they use for their YouTube videos. And it's fun. I think it's really fun, the way they do it. Little laser going around. I'm gonna pop this sucker open. What's inside? What could it be? What could it be? Crumbles away and it's just a stone. Just a boring old rock. Or maybe it's not. What is it? I have no idea. This is as far as I've gotten. So we're going to discover together what this is. But apparently it came all the way from over here. Which is far away, I would assume. And then we're on to our next part. So we're going to go on an exhibition. This is Sublina 2.1, a little detour. Right, into the unknown. That's what it's all about. Yes, it is. Right, so we're going to go on our little exhibition. And as I say, this is as far as I've gotten. So we've got a quest from here. We need plastic, which we've not got. Oxygen, which we've not got. Aluminium, which we've not found. This has aluminium on it. So let's go down here. What does this have on it? Water and gold. This has... What's that? Methane. Right, let's go to this one because this one's got iron, aluminium, and methane. Seeing a little bit there. I think that's possibly some. Right, let's plop down here. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, that's quite a lot. So, first things first. Let's get one of these and we'll go for probably the gym because then we can just, yeah, I'll just pop some iron down. And I'll just do that. There we go. Easy peasy. And that'll start getting the iron for the gym and that'll give us more money. Right, so we need some aluminium as well. So we're going to want to pop that down there and then pop this one also down there. Right, and that rocket will be sending basically constantly once the aluminium makes its way across. Oh, we've got the gym, so we've got extra credits now, which is pretty fun. Right, and let's go for the gym for more money. And we'll go for the gym for more money. We'll go for engine room for more money. Oh, gotta get that money. Right, so on here, what else do we need? We need plastic. And I actually don't know how to make plastic. So what do I need for plastic? Refiner takes hydrocarbon, which is undiscovered, and turns it into plastic. Okay, interesting. And right, let's see if we can find some hydrocarbon then, I guess. And I need to scan. There is water. Let's get water because I know I need that. I need water. So let's get that. Pop that down there, and we'll get a couple of these. Pop them there. Right, I'm gonna get the little rover as well. Just get Ensign Yoke to get me some cash. So I need some extra cash. We're desperate here. It's a dire situation. A Danny dire situation. I don't know. Oh, more over here. Right. So what's this? Researchable pipe hub splits and merges pipes. Interesting. I didn't know I would need that. Right. Oxygen is craftable, so we're going to want production refiner because we want to get some water as well, and then extraction. Pop that into there, and then pop that into there. So I don't know if I want more than one. How much oxygen I need? 20. Right, I'm gonna go back to the asteroid with the aluminium on it because it definitely needs to be more than just that. That's gonna be so slow if we're trying to get 100 aluminium at that rate. So I think probably what we're gonna do is go into logistics. We're gonna get ourselves on our launch pad. Oops, we're gonna accidentally click in the wrong place. Then we're going to get ourselves a launch pad. Okay, now let's get these 2 quests done. So that gives us some more cash. Okay, we'll go for the gym again and again to get more money because we really do need the money. Right, now let's go for an extractor there and an extractor there. And can we do a third one? We can. There we go. Right, we've actually almost got all of what we need there, but oh well. It is what it is. Right, I'm just gonna get the rover to go around and pick up some of this lovely stuff because I need some more tech points so that I can scan another asteroid and see if we can find those hydrocarbons that we need for making plastic. Right, let's get some more money. We like money. I am gonna go for getting us some more tech points from that as well. Okay, let's see if we can find some hydrocarbons. I'm gonna take what's that? That's copper. Take a punt on this one, mainly because I've never had copper before. That's okay, not quite what we're looking for. What about this one? Right, I'm just gonna scan a few of them and see what happens, basically. We've got water. Brilliant. I'm really burning through this here. More copper. Of course it's going to be the last one. I can't even afford to get it just yet. Oh, dearie me. Right, I'm going to start sending up gold because one of my things requires gold. So let's do that. Right, we need more money, so little ensign and his little rover is going to go and collect us some cash. Okay, I've managed to get myself the tech that I need so that I can actually get into this one, which should have the hydrocarbons that we need. I'm assuming there's a way that I can produce hydrocarbons that I've missed somehow. Well, we've got the manufacturing unit, so at least there's that. Let's go for the engine room again. Right, plastics get produced. Okay, methane. Oh, wow. Okay, so we really need to... Right, methane and carbon. Carbon is... We do methane and oxygen. Okay, so we need one of our methane places, so we'll go for this one, I guess. So I didn't realize that hydrocarbon didn't occur naturally, which I probably should have, because it makes it quite clear which things do and don't occur naturally. But here we are. So I need methane and I need oxygen. So I'm going to get the methane coming from here. So let's get that. And then let's go back to the map. And let's... What did it say? I think I could use methane and water, I want to say. No, methane and oxygen. Methane and oxygen. Right. So what we want is a landing pad. And then we need a refiner. And then we need... Oh, we're going to need more money is what we're going to need. Okay. Okay, so we've got that. We can then put that into there. And then we need that. And I think what we're going to need is a chemical lab. So give me a minute and I'm going to get some more cash. Okay, I've managed to secure some more funds. Don't ask me how. We don't talk about that. What I now need is a chemical lab, because the chemical lab needs our oxygen. And then it also needs what I'm going to be putting into that, which, if I remember correctly, is our methane. It's going to be going in there. How much have I got in the methane? Hold on. I've got 2. 2 is fine, I guess. But we'll go for more. I want it to be relatively quick. Okay, now let's head back to that asteroid there. We should start making hydrocarbons. It's making carbon. There you go. Okay. Right. So from there, we need carbon and water in a chemical lab. Right. So we need in our chemical lab here. So let's get, I think, yeah, there we go. Some stuff there. Right. So we're going to pop another chemical lab down here. We're going to take the carbon, and the carbon is going to go from there. And we're also going to need some water. There's some water there, so let's take that and pop that into there. There we go. And then that will start producing what we're needing, which is our hydrocarbon, I believe. Yep, that makes our hydrocarbon. And then to make plastic, we need to take hydrocarbon and refine it. We're going to need a refiner. That can go into there. Now, I'm going to get another launch pad over here so that then this can pop into there. Ta-da! And then realistically speaking, we only need 10 plastic, so that's fine. This shouldn't take too long? Question mark? I suppose let's see. There we go. Right. No, I don't want to maximize my score, so we're just gonna accept that we've done that. There we go. Demo completed. So you can still oh, there's new surface challenges in the full game, electricity in the full game, further star systems, more buildings, building upgrades. There's a lot to be done in the full game. This was absolutely brilliant fun. Kurzgesagt has knocked it out of the park with this one. So much fun. This was built in the Unity engine. I don't know if that's obvious. I don't know. Some people think that the Unity engine is very obvious, that you can tell. Either way, I've really enjoyed this game. I hope you've enjoyed watching me play this game. And if you have, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. Drop a comment down below to let me know what you'd like to see me play next. I'll catch you in the next video, but until then, bye.